Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, I'm sitting out here on the front porch of my mom's house and just reflecting on things. You know, I had such a good time yesterday going out on my little adventure, and I'm so glad you guys came along. A lot of you seem to really enjoy yesterday's video where Mom and I went shopping at Food Lion. We're still eating all the good food. Anyways, I'm just glad you're here. And you know, as I said, while we're down here, we may change things up a little bit. And today I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the sky. It's so warm, but it's really still overcast. Look at those clouds coming in. Kind of ominous. I hear a storm's coming, so we'll see. A lot of you wrote to me and said how much you enjoyed seeing my mom's little dog, Grizzly. He's new here only about a week, and I haven't had the chance to talk to you guys about Jake. 2 weeks ago, Jake died, and I was really sad. He had a heart attack. He had heart failure. He'd been to the doctor, and they said he had congestive heart failure, and they really couldn't do anything about it, and his kidneys were shutting down. He seemed happy enough, but Mom found him, unfortunately, in his bed, sound asleep. He died in his sleep, and he went on to the spirit world about 2 weeks ago. I'll take you back later and show you his grave site. We're working on getting a carver to carve in the marble for it. But a week after he died, you know, my mom was still in grief, and another family in the neighborhood said, "We have to move. It's a situation where we can't take our dog. Would you please take this dog?" My mom said, "Well, I'll try him for a day to see if he works out." She wasn't really in the mood. And after that first day, she just took to him. She said, "You know what? I can't let him go." So he's here now. He's not replacing Jake. We can't replace Jake. We're all still grieving over him. But we've, you know, made room to welcome this new little dog, and he's being really precious. So I was going to wait till I was down here to tell you about Jake. And anyways, this new dog came, so no disrespect to Jake's memory. A lot of you loved him, and I know that. So we're getting used to Grizzly, and we give him his space, and we're getting adjusted. You know, I wanted to share with you a new book that I recently got. A neighbor who was moving gave me some books, and I just got a really cool book. Maybe some of you have seen this book. I want to show it to you. It's called Start Today. And I thought over the next few days we'd read this book. It's a thin book, but it has a lot of wisdom. And it's one of these books you can only read about a page or two because you really have to meditate on it. But I'm going to show you here. And it opens it up and it says, "This beginning belongs to you. Start today." And it says, "Today has a lot going for it. It's here, it's now, it's already yours. Today is the only day that comes with a guarantee." See the beautiful clouds? It says, "You've been waiting for today, even though you might have been calling it something else. You might have been calling it tomorrow, or someday, or even the future. But now it's the present, and the best thing to do with any present is open it, delight in it, and appreciate it for what it is. Begin something small or something bold, something that will grow bigger with time. This might just be the day you've been waiting for. So start here, start now, start today." That's the first page. Now this book goes on, and we're going to read more. But I just wanted to pause there because I think it's so important that we think about that, you know? Many of us get frozen in our lives and we say, well, someday I'll do this, someday I might do that. I can tell you life is short. You know, as I reached my 50th year, hard to believe, isn't it? Ooh, that wind's coming in. cool. It's the rain showers coming. But you know, as I said, I've reached my 50th year. I've realized how quickly time flies. And in my own life, I'm tired of wasting time. So I'm making a commitment today to start really living every day, to not take things for granted. And I invite you to consider this. And as we work on, you know, reading this book, think about your own journey. Let's go for a walk. Come on along. Somebody's watching me. You gonna go get what you want? You gonna say hi to the tubies? Hey. Hey, Grizzly. You gonna say hi? Say hello. You coming with me? That wind's picking up. He's on his leash. He can't go far. I'm sitting there looking at the flag flying. This is my father's favorite thing. He loved the American flag. Had a flagpole put in our yard. Every time I see the flag, I think about him, you know. You walking with me? Look at this. My little buddy's right by my side. You know, I'm here looking at my dad's gazing ball that I bought him a few years ago for his garden here. It's beautiful. You can see the reflection in behind me of the clouds. Isn't that dramatic looking? There's good old St. Francis. He stands guard over the garden. Look, that windmill is going crazy today. A storm is definitely coming in. It's good to get out and walk. You know, today's UFO Friday, so we're definitely going to keep an eye out to see if we see anything. At least I always do. There's our Sun Lord's high in the sky. Look at him, trying to break through. I don't think he's winning the battle, though, today. Those clouds are really coming in. Look at that. That's all right. I like the feeling of the air before a storm. You know, you can feel the electrical energy building. It's a great time to do magic, you know, before a storm, or especially during a storm, especially if you have a big thunderstorm. Powerful for magic. They've had a lot of winds down here recently, and there are a lot of branches down, as you can see. It's a good time to look for magical wands. We might see something we like. Most of this looks like it's already been too wet to use, though. Now, when you get out and walk and reconnect back to the earth, it gives you life force. You know, like that book that we read just a few minutes ago, we said, let's start today. You know, some of you have been sitting on the side saying, you know, I'm kind of curious about Wicca. Maybe tomorrow I'll get a book or start to practice. Let's start today. Start today by watching this video and thinking about, you know, collecting a wand maybe, finding a connection to nature. Get a tool from the earth. Find a rock, find a stick, find a magical tool. Start today. I challenge you to go out today and find something. It doesn't have to be big or fancy. Just start with something. Maybe it's a special crystal to help yourself. It's all available. Oh wow, guys, look at this. Back through those trees, there's a swampland, but it looks like the swamp has overflowed here into this area, which is usually dry. Look how the brush is piled up here, though, to kind of block it from coming into the yards. This is usually not all underwater. I don't know how deep it is, at least a foot or two, I bet. Well, I guess we can't go forward. But you can feel that wind and hear the trees. Look at the leaves flying. It's definitely a big storm coming in. I tell you, I feel like the Wizard of Oz, like a big tornado is coming. Well, let's hope not. But But you know in that movie how, if you've seen Wizard of Oz, the original, it gets all dark like this, cold and cloudy, the winds pick up. It's what it feels like. You know, those of us who practice Wicca, we don't fight nature. We take and absorb the power of nature. We make it our own and we use it. Hopefully we bless others with our creations. Wow, that sky is definitely getting darker. That wind is picking up. Yep, we're definitely going to start. You know, when you get out and walk every day, you start to notice the weather patterns. Like day by day, there are subtle changes. I know where a lot of you are. A lot of you read and said, Bob, it's so cold, it's never going to get spring. We got snow coming. Yeah, it's been a challenging spring for a lot of us. The warm weather we've hoped for has eluded us. It's a lot cooler here today than it was yesterday. In fact, I should have put a jacket on, but I came out thinking it'd be warmer. Look at this, guys. A little baby flower. Isn't that cute? Dandelion. All by itself. Just one little dandelion. Isn't that precious? You see, those little miracles are all about us. We just have to take time to get out and discover them. Now, if you notice this tree here, I think it's a dogwood or a peach tree. It's just starting to blossom. Look at this. Beautiful blossoms. Is that lovely or what? It's a sign of life renewing. Yeah, spring's taken a long time to get here this year. But that's all right. We just have to roll with whatever nature sends us and find the beauty in it. I mean, we could be roasting and saying, oh my gosh, it's so hot. But the cool weather allows us to kind of stay chill and think about things without being overwhelmed by heat waves, you know? You know that old saying, when let cooler heads prevail. Maybe the cool weather is keeping people in power in a more tranquil state so that we don't have something like a war. You know, sometimes the bigger reality plays itself out in the littlest of things. I think so. So let's find the blessing in today. Oh, look at our Sun Lord trying to come through. He's getting closed down. You can see him through there. Isn't that beautiful? You know, when there are dramatic skies, I like to watch for UFOs, because if you study the UFO photos, a lot of times they dart in and out of clouds. They kind of use clouds to hide behind, you know? And so don't think, oh, it's cloudy, we'll wait and go UFO watching on a clear day. Go in every type of weather, even rain. Because many people have found that even in the bad weather, the UFOs appear, and sometimes they're even more likely to appear because they think they're not being seen by people. You know, my mom has seagrass in her yard. As many of you know, we're near the beach. Look at the seagrass, it's all dried out. But soon it will become lush and green and be beautiful. She has another bush down there at the other end of the yard. Let's walk down to it. Yeah, it should be a little brighter at this time of year than it is. So even here, spring is still slow. Look at that beautiful bird. Oh my heaven. Is that an eagle? Somebody told me there's an eagle around here. Wow. Hopefully it'll come back around. Speaking of birds, you know, as I showed you in yesterday's video, and if you didn't see yesterday's video, definitely check it out. My dad and mom loved owls, and this was an owl I bought my dad actually to overwatch his garden many years ago. And it's still out here. Beautiful. I'll take you here and show you Jake's grave. We had him buried here behind the garage. And here's his marble plaque. A little plant he's buried here with a plant in front of him. It'll be flowering soon. And this is his tomb. We don't have any markers on. We're going to have somebody we know local to come and carve it for him. But yeah, that's his stone. So, you know, dear Jake, we love you. Thank you for being a good pet to us. We pray for you on your journey, that you'll be in the light, that you'll have rest and healing. Yeah, I'm going to miss that little dog. Even though he was a terror. And he could get in moods, let me tell you, he was a demon dog. In fact, I'll see if I can find, I have a video showing Jake at his worst when he was acting demonic. I'll probably put it below this video in the info box. You can get a sense, if you don't know who Jake is, you can see him in his younger years. But even though he was a terror, he was Mom and Dad's fiercest guardian. And that made me happy to know that they had a little loyal friend who stuck with them and protected them. Now it looks like Grizzly is taken quite nicely to my mom, so we welcome him. Sometimes I wonder if Jake had a hand in Grizzly's arrival. It's almost like spiritually he influenced another dog to come as a protection for my mom. I don't know, could be. It's worth thinking about. So here's Jake's little grave. And soon we'll have it carved. When we have it carved, I'll show it to you guys. That's a pure marble headstone, by the way. Only the best for Mom's little friend. Oh, hello. You want to go inside? Okay, we'll let you in. Come on, let's go. Don't be scared. He's scared of the wind, I think. Poor things out here are crying. Well, Tubi's time to batter down the hatches with the storm coming. I'm going to close up our door here. Seal us safe in the house. We're going to put down the garage and be ready for the storm is coming in. Oh, get back, get back. Don't run under the garage door. Oh, thank God the garage door. Shh, be quiet, it's safe. Just stay back. Come on, get back, come on. You'll run under that garage door. Psychic Bob is home safe and sound with little Grizzly here to watch out. Guys, I'm so glad you're here today, and I appreciate you being here. I was going to go to the beach today, but we had some delays and that didn't work out. And now with the storm coming, I'm glad I didn't go to the beach. But hopefully before we go back in the coming days, we'll also take a beach trip. We'll go down to the little town here and see the waterfront. I think you guys will like that. Listen, thanks for being here. I love you guys. Anyways, if you want to help me out, you know, like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our channel. We'd love you to be here. You guys are the best. Love you. May you have a blessed Friday and always blessed be.